Hello, timekeepers. Welcome, welcome. Oh, is my Minecraft not ready to go? Hold on. Yeah, it looks like it's not. Wait. There we go. We're back. Hello, timekeepers. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you all. Hello, G3. Member for 18 months. Wow. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to make like a... Do I have a 2-year icon? I don't know if I have a 2-year icon. Well, welcome into the stream. Hello, Broven. Welcome. Hello, Yeats for life. Good to see you guys. We're gonna be playing some Minecraft today. So let's get in there. You know, something I need to remember to do. Hey Siri, set a reminder 5 hours from now to make a backup of my Minecraft world. Okay. Alrighty. That's something I haven't done yet, and it seems like it might help a little bit. Why is the loading terrain taking so long? Has it just been too long since I last played the game? Yeah, let's drink some water. I have water and tea today. I've got some green tea on me. We're back. This can cause FPS. We're going to use the comparative. What? What is a G1 garbage collector? I don't know. Anyways, we are so back for some more Minecraft. Dang, we got armadillos and shit. Kinda sick. There's gonna be a big ass tower here, right? And I was gonna have like a stairway down or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But last time, if you guys remember, we completed a zombie spawner farm that is actually very productive. Got a nice little bedroom here. Pretty cool. Nice little setup that we got going. I need to replace like this wall with wood though to complete the look, I think. Right? Because like I'm out of wood. Yeah, but it's a pretty productive zombie farm, all in all. It's a pretty simple design, but it works well. It works nice. So we did that last time. This time we're gonna missed one. Missed two, actually. Missed a few. That should do it, I think. Nope. Okay. Hopefully that's good. Should be fine, I imagine. So yeah, I don't have like strong plans today. I kind of want to improve the villager trading house a little. But otherwise I've really got like no strong desires or needs for what to do on this stream. So I don't know. I eventually want to improve my house and I want to make a new storage center because the current one is not it, quite frankly. So that's something to look into. I do want to work towards getting diamond swords from the villagers. There's not enough bamboo. Actually, you know, we're kind of close to running out of durability on our sword. I wonder how soon we can get our diamond sword. If we trade a bunch of sticks. I mean, I did just harvest a whole butt ton of wood. There's an Overwatch x Fortnite collab. Does that mean Juno's finally gonna be in a good game? Dude, I love Juno so much. She's so adorable, but it's so sad that she's trapped in Overwatch, you know? Alright. So... I think we need another mending book. So let's trade our sticks away. I think mending is 38 diamonds? 38 emeralds? 38, yes. So, gonna need a few more logs and sticks. Ah, he's out. We're one short. There's gotta be something I could trade. Do you want iron? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Okay, cool. There's mending. I'm pretty sure that we have a diamond sword ready to go that's just missing mending, right? After this, the only things that we'll need to focus on getting are... Oh yeah, sharpness 3, unbreaking 3. I need looting, for sure. I do have the levels to go for it. I don't see why not. We'll throw mending in there with the book. Yeah. Okay. Oh! Nice! You know what? Just looting 3, I will 100% take that, actually. I think that this sword might be more or less ready at this point. I guess flame would be nice to have, but that's about the only thing else I could wish for. Sharpness 3, unbreaking 3, looting 3. Yeah, no, this is great. Sharpness 3, looting 3, unbreaking 3, mending. What should we name it? I don't know. Puppy stick. Sick. Alright. Let's finish off the iron, or our last iron sword. Should we? I actually... How do you make an armor stand? Can you put... You can put weapons in armor stands, can't you? I sort of want to, like, get all of my old gear set up on an... How do you make an armor stand? Hello? What's... Armor stand. Oh, it can't hold items in Java Edition. Damn, seriously? Okay. Well, whatever. Gotta get a command for the arms, dude. That's so weird. Alright, new idea. Let's put our old iron sword in a frame. How about that? Here we go. It's just leather and a bunch of sticks, right? Yeah. I think this is a good thing to do for our last iron sword that we'll need to use. That's good. That's good. I like that. The last iron sword, you know? Like that's nice. I want to do the same with all of the last bits of iron armor that I use. We almost have full diamond tools. We would just need a diamond shovel, I guess, right? Would be the last one. In the meantime, kind of wish my farm was growing a little faster. Is there a reason that you can't get arms without a command in Java Edition? Or is that just like, is it just like an arbitrary thing? Still don't have any carrots. No reason, just strange. Alright. Thanks, Java. Thanks, Mojang. Bedrock doesn't have that problem, which is so weird. I did hear that we're finally getting like just a friends list in Java Edition. So you can just invite your friends directly to play with you instead of having to, you know, set up a server and whatnot. I heard that that's a change that we're finally getting. which is awesome, actually. Easy port? Deleted your PVZ3 account by accident, lost all your progress with it? Did they make a third Plants vs. Zombies? First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you. But I didn't. Is that what you're talking about? PVZ? I had no idea they made a third one. I should feed some of these seeds to my chickens, so I won't dump this entire stack in here, just most of it. Also, if you guys would like to support me in a way beyond just watching the stream, you can consider donating to the Super Chat Fund. It'll help me afford rent, which will give me a lot easier time to be able to stream more and whatnot, so I won't have to be quite as aggressive with my job. But that's only if you guys want to. There's no need to if you don't really feel like it. Okay. We've almost gotten rid of our need for we've almost gotten rid of our need for what's the word I'm looking for? Rid of our need for like remaking iron tools all the time. Auto composter. I tried making an auto composter, but don't you have to like manually harvest the bone meal anyways, so it's still kind of slow. They added leveling and fusion. That's awesome. I had no idea. There's one villager that just refuses to sleep. I have no idea. Let's see. I still can make some more sticks. And I still need to do some trading before I'm done. So I'll definitely still be needing emeralds. Armorers who I need to trade with. Ah, God, just barely not enough. I do have an auto smelter for smelting a bunch of iron pieces. Simply because I can't be bothered. Top to bottom. Chest, hopper, composter leading into chest. Top chest isn't needed, but it's nice. Like, it automatically harvests the bone meal for you? That's cool. From top to bottom, chest, hopper, composter, hopper leading into chest. Huh. I had no idea that you could automatically compost. Am I playing with mods? I'm playing with a few mods, mostly just quality of life stuff. I have this mod that allows me to automatically harvest veins of things. Or automatically mine veins of things. It's kind of cheating. I also have distant horizons so that I can see like off into the distance. And it just does like low model, like low, what's it? LOD? I don't know. It does the low quality versions of the models to still make it not too bad on your PC. What else do I have? I have some performance stuff, and I have a double doors mod that opens doors in sync when they're next to each other. As you can see, the vein miner is quite useful, generally. Pretty light list. Pretty light list? Oh yeah, well I don't usually play with that many mods. I like to keep my Minecraft fairly vanilla, but there's a few annoying things that I just like to change. And for the record, when I use this vein miner, it takes away hunger. The more that I use it. So it's not like without its cost, but it just, I don't know, it just makes things so much more convenient for me. You can see I'm currently dying of hunger because I used it too much. I'm gonna just finish this up before I refill. There's a mod to add arms to armor stands. Shit, maybe we'll add that. I need a mod that fixes copper golems. I swear my copper golems just aren't working on this one. I should get the backrooms mod. No, I don't want the backrooms mod because then I might just get stuck there forever. But the backrooms mod is a pretty neat one, I think. Okay. Minecraft is like Skyrim. You spend more time modding than actually playing. Couldn't imagine in your vanilla experience. That's fair. For me, it's just that the modding stuff doesn't appeal to me that much. Like, you know, like, I have a friend who freaking loves create mods so much, and she refuses to play Minecraft without it. And, you know, whenever we have create mod turned on, it's like, I'm just like a random chill-ass farmer, and she's like the Industrial Revolution. Which I think is funny. Where is my Fletcher? I have 2 Fletchers, don't I? Or, no, I will have 2 Fletchers, right? They need to breed. That's right. Will they eat apples? Are apples something that they'll eat? No, it needs to be bred. I see the problem. Well, we can maybe fix that, actually. I do have a lot of wheat, and I was gonna give it to my farmer, but maybe in the effort of more villagers, we can... Where's my crafting table? Did I not have a crafting table up here somewhere? Alright. I should really put a crafting table up in the village house somewhere. Bread. Yeah, and I was gonna give this to... Well, I guess I only needed like 3 to 5 bread in theory, but I don't know. More bread will help to like guarantee. Okay. Need you guys to make babies for me. I believe they should be able to. Wait, is it not high enough? 2 blocks of space. It is high enough, right? They just need 2 blocks of space, including the bed. Hopefully that's enough. Keep trading in the meantime. I'm breeding humans, yeah. Because I need more emeralds. I believe breeding humans would traditionally just be called sex, low-key. But I'm not your boss, so call it what you want. This should be enough for the armor. Just want you to level up. Are you leveled up yet? Cool. Oh, you take iron now. God bless. Okay, the leveling up will go so much smoother now. Wait. Where is he? Oh, here he is. He takes armor now, you guys. This is gonna be so much easier now. The most dog shit trade I've ever seen, dude. 1 diamond for 1 emerald. Gotta kill that guy. Minecraft has changed since you last played. Oh, there's a cat that spawned. Cute. Let's try making an auto composter. I do have a hopper. And I have some chests. So let's... Oh, what do we need? We need 1 more hopper, right? Yeah, we do need 1 more. I gotta get a crafting table set up near here or something. Okay. Do I really need a chest up here for this? Okay, well, we'll see if that produces bone meal eventually. I can go feed these pumpkins to my guy? My villager. Okay. That auto composter, if it actually does work, that should be useful. Because I tried it before, but I didn't try it with the chest under it, so that might have been my problem. I could trade 3 emeralds for 18 cookies. I don't know if that's a good trade, but we could do that. Is the Fletcher all set? Where's my guy? Gotta be downstairs. Where's my Fletcher? Did they escape somehow? Oh no, I see him. He's over there. I really gotta fix up the villager house because it's not very nice right now. Okay, now my inventory is completely full of sticks. Yeah, I enjoy Vanilla Plus a lot. I would say Vanilla Plus is like my default experience in terms of like what I enjoy. Dude, like 3 villagers just went in sync. That was funny. If I wanted to speed this guy up, I could. Oh no, but that's like nothing now. Yeah, that trade is like nothing anymore. I should just wait, honestly, for better trades from him. Could get a mending book from that guy if I want to. How much XP does this give? I am kind of tempted to just send this. Why don't we build a stack with these? You know what? Where did he go? Hey. Finish trading with me. Okay, he's good, right? I think he'll level up in the morning. You know what? You know, it is weird that my villagers still aren't breeding. It's like, as long as there's 2 blocks of space above the bed, right? It should be fine. Oh my god. He sells suspicious stew. Is this upgrade? Dude. Ugh. Fill up my inventory with pumpkin pie, dude, at this point. We have so much food. An interesting villager setup. How does it work? My goal was to make a it's gonna be redone, but my goal was to make a semi-ethical villager trading hall. So they all sleep and hang out down here, and then upstairs is their workstations. Originally, the plan was that the player, as in me, would go along here and trade with them, because these used to be fully blocked off. But then that made trading with them kind of troublesome, because they don't get stuck here. They just, you know, they aren't stuck in here, so I have to wait for them to come. So then I eventually just started tearing down the walls, and now it has to be redone. The reason it kind of looks weird, the floor is carpet, everything has slabs on it, because there's actually an iron golem farm up here. And it's just a simple design. Like, the floor around is all torn out, so that golems don't spawn on it. And then there's a little mini iron golem farm up here. So I also have like a main iron golem farm, and they both have roughly the same output. So I'm gonna grab some actually for trading. I did grab a lot of cookies, but they should be gone pretty fast just because they don't restore that much. Oh, your iron trade isn't refreshed. Can you hurry? Can you refresh your iron trade? I'll drink some water while I wait. Also because I want to drink water. Yeah, I have like kind of an aggressive amount of food now. Maybe I'll leave the steaks somewhere until I can get through all of these cookies. My Minecraft player is about to have like the weirdest bowel movements ever, dude. Let's leave some food in here. until we can chunk through all these freaking cookies. Okay. Is it? Oh, it's getting there. Let's see, kelp farm. Doing okay. I'd really like a more dependable, renewable, automatic fuel source. Would be nice. I have a little mini kelp farm down here, but it's not exactly automatic by any means. In fact, it's quite matic. Manual. That's not the word. Solar? What do you mean, solar? Hello, Shift 11. Welcome in. Good to see you. Solar panels. Oh, no, I mean... Well, if I could use solar panels for fuel in Minecraft, that would be pretty cool. But I don't believe that I can. I do kind of want to make an auto crafter for kelp. Like, cause, you know, I have a very slow automatic kelp farm. Right here. The kelp grows, the detectors detect it, which triggers the pistons, which breaks it, and then it sends it down here, which goes into here. But I kind of wonder if I could make like a little underground section here with like an auto crafter, you know? My inventory full? My inventory is full of kelp. Because I would need probably a lot of... Let's see. I don't know how many hoppers I need. I'm gonna start with 3 though. And then... I guess I'll start with 2, never mind. So, I suppose it would output into a furnace. And then the furnace would output into an auto crafter. My shovel. Which means this area is going to have to go down pretty deep, but that's okay. How do I make an auto crafter? You know, let me look it up. What is that? A dropper? Need redstone. I guess I've never crafted a dropper before. Excuse me. Dropper. Crafter. Need a crafting bench. Crafter. Okay. I believe we actually need another hopper. I didn't need to craft that. Well, that's okay though. It'll output in another chest. So, as far as I remember, the system for this is kind of complicated. I think you need like... shoot. How do you do this? That's the output, right? Oh god, how do you work these? Hold on. I totally forget how to work an autocrafter. When a crafter receives a redstone signal, it waits for 4 game ticks before ejecting 1 crafted item using the ingredients from 9 inventory slots. Oh, so then I actually didn't need the hopper. Apparently you just do that and then it does it. First of all, let me get this started. And then I believe what you have to do now is give it a redstone signal equivalent to how many blocks it needs to craft. So in this case, that would be 9. There's going to be a kind of big underground area, but we'll probably be able to decrease its size later. So I believe I need a comparator, I think. Need quartz for that. Gonna be kind of complicated. Might need to take another trip to the nether soon. Oh no, okay, we're good. So I think I just need 1 comparator. I'm pretty sure. And I need smooth stone. Weird that it's specifically smooth stone, but whatever. So I think that what I want to do now is use the comparator here and have it output it into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Because I need it to output exactly 9 blocks worth of redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn. I might need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do then. We are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that'll output a high enough signal for it, which we will then just output into a repeater, which will reset the strength of the signal. Need more smooth stone. Not smooth stone, but just regular stone. How much do you need? 1, 2. There we go. So this should work, I believe. This will reset the signal coming out of here. Oh, I need more space. It's getting dark. Hold on. So technically, actually, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll hit this, reset the strength. There we go, perfect. Okay, yeah, sick. So it outputs 1 dried kelp block, which we can now use here to keep everything going. So we'll manually put the kelp blocks in for now, but we do now have an automatic dried kelp farm. Not fast, but it'll do. I could make a second automatic kelp farm to slightly speed up production. I just don't know if that would be like worth it necessarily. Or if it's more productive to just plant more kelp, low-key, and manually harvest for the time being, until I can upsize my production. Speaking of, I'm actually gonna take this stack and just cover the river. Kelp does taste really good. You ball knower for sure. I'm gonna drown. A little bit of drowning. Okay, so this will hopefully increase how much kelp we're actually producing. Oh god, I'm still drowning. And then back in. I think this will be the last time that I plant in this, and from here on it'll just be full harvesting. I can finish it. Oh, that was close. Oops. That was a pretty close call. Drink some tea. Harvest a little bit. Oh, I broke some of... Ugh. This is the trouble with having it all at a different level. Maybe one day I'll create like a conduit down here and actually just terraform the entire bottom of this river. So I can automatically have it harvested. I really gotta improve my setup here a little bit, but we planted a bunch of new kelp. I'm hoping that that just creates so much new kelp that like we just won't have to worry about it for very much. Okay. So yeah, sweet. No, it is outputting enough dried kelp to be self-sustaining. My inventory's kind of full. Could use some sorting. Dump that. Put the hopper in there. Got some dirt that we don't really need. I do kind of want to terraform that underground area. Not terraform, but like decorate that underground area a little to make it look nicer. So maybe we can do that. Yeah, this is fine. Let's do... I have any... Hello, Silverval. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I do have lots of smooth stone. I want to make it out of... I want to make this area look nicer with some stone bricks. Because the redstone is behind here, so really we just need access to this area. So maybe we can, like... make the walls here stone brick, and then we'll keep the rest of this area kind of undecorated because it doesn't really need to be decorated. You know, like that. You're super sleepy, so you're here to maybe doze off? Well, hey, you are more than welcome to do that. You are welcome to doze off. In fact, it makes me happy to know that people find my stream relaxing enough to do that. So yeah, here's my concept. The walls here can be stone brick. And I guess same with these walls. And then we'll maybe make the floor of the area, maybe make the floor of the area wood. But for now, we'll throw some cobblestone on the ceiling. Or not cobblestone, you know, stone bricks. And then I think a stone brick wall here with maybe like a doorway here would work. I need a type of wood that's not visible through the other end. Like what kind of like what kind of wood has a door that doesn't have a window? Have I checked Strive after the update? No, actually, and I wanted to do that before the stream started, but unfortunately I stayed in bed for like 30 minutes reading, not even like I stayed in bed for like an hour reading manga, so I didn't have time. I would have really loved to have checked it out before the stream started though. Let's check what an acacia log door looks like. You know, for now it's fine, quite frankly. These are functional, I think. Before ladies sleep calls him. I read that one. You only have one battle pass challenge left, is to hit someone with charge dust. Nice. Yeah, we'll put like a door there, and then we'll block off the area here so it's not visible. So that way it all kind of looks clean. Why don't I turn these walls into stone as well, just to make it look more consistent. There we go. Now it looks like a nice little workshop, kind of. I gotta fix this wall. Battle Pass purchase was not available for 6 hours after the update went live on Steam. Interesting. Ultimately, my real wish is that they wouldn't feel the need to do a battle pass. However, you know, economy does as economy will. So, it is what it is. Nice. The right word will turn you into a Turkish nationalist if you can find it. I had a bunch of stone bricks, as it turns out. Need some nice stairs. Perfect. Or should I use wood, actually, since the floor is gonna be wood? Yeah, I mean, and I'm excited to try out the new update, for sure. Probably after the stream is over, I'll go check it out. But we'll see. Okay. You know, this little workshop turned out pretty nice. I do want to make this chest facing forward. That looks good. Perfect. Playing Guilty Gear off stream. Yeah, right? Crazy. I mean, like I said, I still do that occasionally. Out of all the fighting games I play, Guilty Gear is definitely the one I find the most fun. Up to level 70, which is the Eno skin, it looks like a long grind. It sounds like a long grind. But yeah, I would definitely like to check that out. Your 2/3 of the way to Vanquisher? Nice. Okay, so we've got our kelp farm, our automatic dried kelp farm set up. Very nice. We should be producing more kelp than we take up with that. Yeah, I would say if I have time after the stream, or maybe tonight, I might play some Guilty Gear. Just because I do want to grind out that battle pass. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It is certainly getting through the dried kelp pretty fast. Or the not dried kelp. The raw kelp. Battle pass is looking lackluster. I do like the short stories. I saw that we got some more Bridget Unica Yuri bait, which is pretty cool. Not cool. I wish it wasn't bait, but we got more Bridget. We got more. What's the ship called? Unibury. We got some more Unibury content, which is neat. It's bait ultimately, but it's neat. Honestly, kind of disappointing coming from Arxis that the Yuri couple was actually just bait. You like the new UI skins? I haven't seen them. I'm excited. That's the main reason that I might actually buy the battle pass, is because of the battle UI, the UI skins. I think those are really cool. So I'm a shipper only with Yuri. Occasionally Yaoi too. But straight couples are boring and everywhere, so not straight couples. I think that if you don't ship Gojo and Geto, then you are not watching with your eyes. You're watching with your heart. If that makes sense. Yuri is the supreme ship. Yaoi is good too, okay. Yaoi is pretty awesome. I think that Satosugu is actually peak storytelling if they're gay. The hidden inventory arc is already like the best arc of modern shonen. But if you go under the assumption that they're secretly dating, it becomes better. Do you get caught up in Guilty Gear lore before you tackle short stories? Best arc of modern shonen. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Hidden inventory is goated. Gege is a good writer when he's actually trying. Or I guess when he gets lucky. I think that especially the anime adaptation of it, I think it's the best arc of modern shonen. I really do. Most relationships in fiction in general are bad. That's a pretty daring thing to say. Do you mean bad in terms of like unhealthy if they were real people, or bad in terms of poorly written? Because that's a pretty daring thing to say about all relationships in fiction. I'm gonna work on my tower a little bit. Most. Usually super contrived and forced. I just don't think that you are engaging in enough fiction, actually. If that's your opinion. Do you mean, because like, you're leaving out like the key component of like romance stories, where like it's the whole point. Sheep, don't get in the way. You don't usually watch romance. The thing about Sato Sugu in the Hidden Inventory arc is that it is actually an immaculately important part of the story that's being presented, and the story that's being presented is peak storytelling. Hidden Inventory is like a goated arc, and I talk about this all the time because it's goated. It's really, really good. This arc could use some... I think that this top layer doesn't need to be there. What years consist of modern shonen? I don't know. I would say like beyond My Hero Academia would be what I would consider like modern shonen. Toxic Yaoi is hilarious. I gotta plug my phone in. Shonen in general can never be 10 out of 10. I actually agree. Because shonen is subject to the limits of Shonen Jump usually, and most of them are to an extent limited by what makes a shonen popular. So most popular shonen are subject to things that make them bad, and for me that's usually just the longevity of the series is a concern in most cases. A shonen series is never allowed to just end unless it's been going on for like 7 seasons, which is way too many for any story, I think. I don't think that I think I actually agree that shonens can't be, that traditionally, especially popular shonens, cannot be 10 out of 10. But the hidden inventory on its own, just like straight up, is like a 10 out of 10 arc. Hidden inventory, I will glaze hidden inventory until the day I die. Because the artistry and the writing that goes behind that arc is immaculate. I really think that if you experience hidden inventory, it should be through the anime, because the anime version of hidden inventory may just be some of the best things produced this decade. Genuinely immaculate arc. You're planning on rewatching JJK for the newest season? So, full disclosure, I think that the rest of JJK is kind of like a 6.5 out of 10 series. I think that the combat system is very, very good. The battle system of JJK is actually, I think, immaculate. I would even say that like maybe just solely the battle system elevates JJK to like, I don't want to say like too much higher, but the battle system itself on its own can elevate JJK to like, I would go as far as to say like 7.5 out of 10 anime as a whole. The power system is maybe one of my favorites that's come out of anime like in the last decade. It's so detailed, and like my favorite part about the JJK battle system is that like it's detailed enough that you can imagine how fights would play out hypothetically, and it's pretty accurate. That's why there's so much power scaling surrounding the JJK community. It's because it's one of the few series where you can pretty accurately determine who would win any given matchup. And that's just how detailed the system is. Keep saying in the last decade. Let me think. What came out in the last decade? Was the Big Three a part of the last decade? It wasn't, right? Big Three did not start in the last decade, I guess. I don't know. We can say the last half decade. The most recent era of anime. Basically, when I say that, I just mean the most recent era of anime. Not recent. What's the current Big Three? I don't think there is a current Big Three. Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto was the Big Three, and I don't think that there's ever been another Big Three since then that's come quite close. The big three are like the direct descendants of Dragon Ball. I don't think that we will ever have another big three. We might have another big few anime, or maybe a big one or two, but I don't know if we'll ever have like another one that has quite the notoriety of the big three. My Hero's not a part of the big three. No, no, absolutely not. The big three, the children of Dragon Ball was One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. I think Bleach sort of lost its place over time, but back then, when it first aired, yeah, that's a good chainmail boot. What the fuck? Feather falling to unbreaking too. Shit, I'm gonna just use that straight up. My Hero is absolutely not a part of the big three. I think it has similar notoriety to them. I think it has a similar, like, if it were made back then, it would have been in the big three, I think. But the big three is Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. It's Dragon Ball was first, and then Bleach, Naruto, One Piece came after, and just refined everything about it. Not refined, but the three of them were children of Dragon Ball, basically. Their authors were heavily inspired by it. Pretty much every decision that they made was influenced by Dragon Ball. And subsequently, the decisions of every shonen that followed was influenced by either those three or from Dragon Ball. Pretty much every shonen today is influenced by either the old big three or by Dragon Ball. Black Clover is absolutely not a part of the big three. 100% not a part of the big three. I can promise you that. Black Clover was never big enough to be considered one of the big three, I think. It's a good manga. Like, I like Black Clover, but it was never big enough to be a part of the big three. Here's the thing. You can say like, oh, this anime has the potential to be the next big three, but that's just the thing. No one agrees on who the big three are of the modern era, because there isn't a big three of the modern era. The big three belongs to One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Black Clover's fine. I think Black Clover is a perfectly serviceable story. It's unique in that it feels like it's not particularly trying to appeal to anyone except the author, and I like it for that. Like, it feels like Black Clover was just made, like, it was made for the author, not for any particular audience, and I dig that. Resident Evil animated movie, call it the Big Four. You would put Bleach and ReZero over JJK. ReZero's not a shonen, though. ReZero is definitely not a shonen. I guess you could put Bleach over JJK based on cultural impact. Actually, I'm not even confident on that anymore, but the thing, Bleach fell off so hard. As a fan of Bleach, as someone who's read all of Bleach and is hoping that we get the Hell arc eventually, Bleach fell off so hard. The Soul Society arc was its peak, and every following arc got worse. After Soul Society arc, the Soul Society invasion arc was the last good arc of Bleach. Hueco Mundo was okay. The Aizen arc was fine, and then what the hell? Are they escaping, or like, is this just coincidentally two zombies that decided to touch down? Hold on. It's a common take because it's correct. The sales of the Blu-ray and the manga fell off shortly after Hueco Mundo, and that's because following Soul Society arc, people were expecting more, and Hueco Mundo didn't deliver. If you want to talk like just leading to like just up to where Bleach peaked, then yeah, I would say that you can make a pretty good argument that Bleach might be better than JJK. As like we're talking about just comparing Bleach at its best to the entirety of JJK, then yeah, maybe Bleach is better. I don't know. The Fullbringer arc was fine, but it felt like a filler arc. like, I would say in a vacuum it felt fine, but ultimately the impact that the Fullbringer arc had on the rest of the story was so minimal that it doesn't really feel like it matters. It's hard to compare 360 episodes to like 60. Yeah, but you can compare the general quality of writing per arc. I think that when Gege peaks, he's better than Bleach, but otherwise he's worse than Bleach. Hidden Inventory, Shibuya arc was really, really good. The Gojo versus Sukuna final fight is actually, I think, the best fight in the series. Just, it's like the it's like the peak of the complex system that Gege set up, and I love it for that. What else? I don't know. I would really say that JJK peaked with Hidden Inventory and Shibuya. And then it was kind of just, it was fine from there. Maki is a really cool and unique character within Shonen, and I love her. Every character in Bleach is very developed. No, they're not. Not every okay, there are like 60 characters in Bleach. Not all of them are well developed. Complexity is not a tragic backstory. I think you're getting them confused. And I actually won't entirely disagree that that Bleach and JJK characters might be comparable in quality. But Bleach characters are not good. Haizu, we're arguing about anime. Yeah, in my opinion, I think Bleach characters are actually quite bad. If you think about, like, Luffy as a character, you can name off his dreams and aspirations and the things that he likes and the things that he dislikes. You can't do that with Ichigo. What are the things that Ichigo wants to do? What are his dreams? What are the things he aspires to do but that the story and the villains are stopping him from doing? Protecting his friends? Every shonen character wants to do that. That's like a base level shonen character desire. Every single shonen character ever wants to do that. That's not unique. Ichigo doesn't have anything that he particularly likes or dislikes other than things related to his friends. He's not a deep character. Ichigo is actually incredibly shallow, especially for a main character. He's super shallow. You just finished JJK Zero, you can no longer be a Lapper. So Yuta is a bum. He's such a bum. I think that, you know, within the Arankar arc, I think the only actually developed characters are Grimmjow and Ulquiorra. Every other character is super one-note and only really appears for 1 or 2 scenes. What other arcs? In the Soul Society arc, the Soul Society characters get development eventually, but a lot of them are kind of... Bleach really suffers from too many characters, quite frankly. It like more than any of the other big 3, I think Bleach suffers from too many characters. One Piece has a lot of characters, but most of them are relevant for only one major saga or arc, and they get their development, they get their character, and then they exit from the story before they overstay their welcome. Early One Piece is actually goated. I think early One Piece is the best of the big 3. Pre-time skip. More than One Piece? One Piece, well, yeah, the thing about One Piece, the characters don't overstay their welcome. Bleach characters continue to be relevant much after they actually really have any right to be for their character depth. Early One Piece is actually goated. Like, pre-time skip One Piece is perhaps the best of the big 3. Here's the thing. You cannot name what most of the Bleach characters actually want, like what they dream of doing, like what are their aspirations, what are the things that they want out of their life, and what are they fighting for that's stopping them from doing that. You can't name that for most of the characters within Bleach. The red circle was not needed. No, I mean, it was very important. Very important for the thumbnail. Yeah, post time skip One Piece is pretty bad. There's some pretty good post One Piece arcs, but they are exceptions. Pre-time skip One Piece, though, is actually amazing. Pre-time skip One Piece is so good. And also, relevant to today in America's political landscape, which I think is pretty neat. Oda is a pedophile low-key, but his story has a message that I really agree with. Isn't it funny that when a conservative pedophile tries to write a story about freedom and fighting tyranny, it ends up being a woke story? Anyways. Yeah. Early One Piece is really, really good. Got people to click. Yeah, kind of. How many viewers do you have? 5. Let's go. Wait, yeah, it is 5, right? Yeah, 5 viewers. Let's go. I think Oda's character designs are good. I think that they're ugly if you're looking at them as someone who's never read the series. But his character designs are unique in a way that's only really presentable when you're reading the story. Okay, yeah, no, women are bad. Actually, no, point taken. The women are bad. His one good female character design is Big Mom, and she completely deviates from the mold and is kind of ugly on purpose. And that's his one good female character design. Oh, no, Perona is really good. But yeah, the way he draws women is kind of gross. Oda's male designs are good, yeah. But yeah, early One Piece is goated. Early One Piece has been used to overthrow real-life political governments, which is awesome. Like, that's super cool that people are inspired to do that from One Piece. She looks the same when she's in her backstory. No, Big Mom was hot for a while. Like, Big Mom could get it for a while. You think early One Piece is tropey? How? What tropes does it follow? Could you list some? If you say it's like insanely tropey? Because I actually disagree. And also, you gotta consider One Piece is one of the first ever shonens. If anything, it wasn't tropey, it was trendsetting. Consider, seriously consider that One Piece was one of the first shonens. Maybe it's not tropey, maybe it was actually the first to do it. Dr. Stone with the fuck-ass typical anime eyes. The male designs in One Piece are really good. And when Oda lets himself be unique with his character designs, it turns out really fun. But when he's making woman and he's horny, it's like, you know, whatever. Young Big Mom had an insane workout routine for her to go from fat kid to buff mom to fat old woman again. Yeah. Yeah, when you call One Piece tropey, that's like saying that like Dragon Ball is a shonen. It's like, of course it is, because it was the first to do it. When you think about the fact that One Piece is one of the first big shonens ever, like following fucking Dragon Ball, like the shonen, John Shonen, the anime. Like, you know, I don't like Dragon Ball either, but you gotta respect it for what it did for the shonen as a genre. Dragon Ball, in terms of hype moments and aura, it's really hard to beat Dragon Ball. And I don't think that makes a good anime, but it does make a very hype anime. I also respect Dragon Ball for having better character designs than Oda in terms of females. Oda's are more unique. I think that Akira Toriyama struggled with same face syndrome a little bit, but his style is very unique. Go to each island, Luffy solves every single problem he has by punching the main antagonist in the face. Zoro fights the swordsman, Luffy fights the main big bad every single island. That's not a trope, that's a formula. Wait, Bleach does the same thing. You're complaining about this, but Bleach does the same thing. Goku is technically Wukong, and that is cool. I like that. You never said Bleach was perfect. Yeah, but you're glazing Bleach while you're glazing Bleach but slandering One Piece. But the things that you slander One Piece are things that Bleach also does and worse. Early One Piece is genuinely a really, really good show. Also, following a formula doesn't make an anime bad. At least it isn't ReZero. I hate that shit. ReZero it's fine. ReZero suffers from suffer porn. Like, its author really likes to make characters suffer when it might not be entirely necessary for the story. ReZero is fine, I think. ReZero has its moments. I really think that episode 18 with Rem of their first season was like the best episode of that year. Starting from zero, what was the episode called? It was like starting from zero or something. I really think that that episode is the best episode of that year. Overlord fell off after season 3, but early Overlord was I would even say after season 2 it kind of started, but early Overlord was really good. I would say early Overlord was like one of the first times that we saw an overpowered protagonist actually like work as a functional and interesting story as opposed to just wish fulfillment. ReZero is solid. I think it's all right. I agree. I think ReZero is like a perfectly fine 6.5 out of 10 anime. One Piece has some good stuff, but it's buried behind the... Have you watched One Piece? Because I think that you are missing the point of a story. Just because a story follows a formula doesn't mean that it's bad. I think you're boiling down One Piece unnecessarily. I can boil down Bleach and make it sound really lame. Me when anime protagonists with weird hair, with weird colored hair, slashes his sword and defeats the bad guy. Like see, I can make Bleach sound really lame. I can make ReZero sound really lame. Me when Aura Monster dies and then comes back the next time and does it better. Like, you know, I can make anything sound really lame if you oversimplify it like that. You are oversimplifying the anime in an effort to make it sound worse, I think. Most fights... I'm not even talking about fights. I oversimplified the whole anime for you. That's what you're doing to One Piece. You're oversimplifying it for the sake of your argument. You are ignoring all of the parts of One Piece that people actually like. And I can do that for any anime that you like. Subaru is an aura monster who just dies and he's a wuss all the time. Like, you know, you see, isn't that annoying because it misses the point of the entire show? Yeah, but the way that you're describing it, it doesn't sound like that. You're oversimplifying it for the sake of your argument. One Piece isn't about the fights, I think. The fights are an important part of One Piece, but I don't think One Piece does its storytelling through its fights. It certainly does sometimes, but its main storytelling is just leading up to the fight. If your main critiques are of the fights and how they're set up, I think you're ignoring the important part of the story. Roof Piece was bad. That's post time skip though. Wait, do parrots like... Whoops. I remembered something about cookies with parrots. I didn't know it just kills them instantly. My bad. I didn't even name that guy. That's okay. We can go find another one. Let's see. Why do I have an iron axe in my inventory? Can I melt that down? Merciless. Yeah, here's the thing is that I agree with you that early One Piece was better. When I glaze One Piece, it's purely early One Piece is what I'm glazing. I think early One Piece is a beautiful anime about freedom. And I think that that's cool, and we need more of that right now. Where is my farmer? Should I just trade a bunch of suspicious stew so I can level him up faster? If I had carrots, this would be easy. I should just farm the zombie farm until I get some carrots. Give any other anime half the episodes and good world building. Yeah, I think that the anime One Piece has a lot of issues. I think that if you want to experience One Piece, it's way better to read the manga, because the anime has problems. JJK could do with some more world building. I agree. Haven't gotten to time skip One Piece and might not unintentionally TBH based on what I hear about what happens. Post time skip is not very good. Everything up until the time skip is good. And then post time skip just kind of, there's a few pretty good arcs, but post time skip kind of just loses track of what One Piece was about. I really think that if you experience One Piece, it should be through the manga. It helps that Oda is an actually very good artist. You refuse to read manga. A real anime watcher doesn't read. Don't mess with us JJK fans. We can't read. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's real anime fan behavior. Don't actually read. Oda is an old man trying to reignite a spark that he lost long ago. If we're wanting to slander Oda, like, I mean, that guy's a pedophile straight up. Oda should, I don't think he should be in jail, but I think that there should be someone checking his hard drive. Real anime watcher here. They might even play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Slander in my chat. Yeah, if we're critiquing Oda, the way he draws women is actually offensive. The way that he portrays trans people has gotten better over the years, but it is still not great. What else? He's a pedophile, potentially. Potential man. His anime has completely fallen off. Have we gotten a carrot yet? Oh, wait, we've gotten 2 carrots, actually. I need to, like, change my farm up a little bit, because it is not great right now. How do I want to handle this? I don't have a lot of carrots. So I think that what I'll do actually is fully harvest this field, plant the carrots that I do have, and then just go from there, I guess. And we'll slowly, I guess I'll start making space for more farms. I just gotta level up my farmer in a way that's not inconvenient. Nice. But now we can give a bunch of wheat to our farmer. Okay, yeah, let's see if... Does it harvest? Hey, it does harvest it automatically. Nice. Actually, I had no idea you could make that automatic. Some of your friends do like current One Piece. You feel weird hearing them talk about it and asking you to catch up. Dude, current One Piece kind of sucks. Like, actually. Current One Piece might... Like, if Aru was talking about current One Piece this whole time, I would have been like, oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Like, I need more expanded space for farms. Which is this good? Gives an okay amount. So we almost become a rabbit girl? What do you mean? Okay, question though. Why are they not breeding? Do they need more space? Breeding. Almost ate a carrot? Okay. Let me... Maybe if I make more bed, it'll work. I'm not here for surface plants, you need the actual good stuff. What do you mean? I do have more beds. Nice. Why aren't y'all fucking to get to making children? Did you guys see the meme about how Spy X Family is like Japanese propaganda to get Japanese people to make more children? I think that that's a funny. Get to breeding. Have sex. Have sex. Alright. Yeah, I think if you want to slander post time skip One Piece and Oda as an author, as a person, that's fine by me. Go ahead. But I really think that early One Piece is genuinely goated. Most anime that has good animation, flashy fight scenes will get a 10 out of 10 for most people. That's not true. Solo Leveling has that, but everyone hates it. Let's not act like JJK is not good. JJK has its moments. I think that every now and then JJK is like a 9 out of 10 anime, but most of the time it's like a 6 out of 10. Should I make more? I don't think I need more smooth stone. Maki fight scenes didn't have a lot of story purposes or meaning behind it. Yeah, JJK is like a 6 out of 10. I'm not saying like JJK is a good show. I'm saying Hidden Inventory is a good arc. JJK 0 sucks, but that's because Yuta is a bad character. Like, it's no wonder his editor made him change the character, dude. There's such a blatant self-insert. Oh, cool, there's a baby now. Nice. When he grows up, we'll get another Fletcher in here. Where's my farmer? I've got some pumpkins for you. What the heck was he doing in that movie? Can you believe that Yuta just randomly learned RCT for no fucking reason? There's no, like, the hardest technique, like, arguably in all of JJK, that is using RCT on other people. Yuta just has it all of a sudden without any prior implication that he might get it. He just gets it for free. Hello? Yuta, yeah, no, JJK0 Yuta was bad, dude. He could copy techniques with no downside, basically. Yuta pisses me off. Kirika and Bumta Okotsu. I gotta get through these cookies, man. Yuta is like a scourge on JJK. Gojo's teleportation was weird. No, okay, so Gojo does teleport actually in JJK. But the conditions of it were changed from JJK 0 to actual JJK. Like, he does teleport. That's like a thing that he can actually do. Oh, like not to himself? He does it with Yuji. He does it with Yuji. He takes him to the Jogo fight. There's nothing to implicate that Gojo can't teleport other people as opposed to just himself. I would say that... Actually, no. You're right, actually. No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but like... I get what you're talking about. They changed it in the anime so that instead of having to like draw a magic circle or something, he has to do a hand sign in order to teleport. But when he does do that, he can take other people with him, I believe is how it works in actual JJK. But like, if that were like regular Gojo as opposed to JJK 0 Gojo, JJK 0 Gojo was severely nerfed. If that were actual Gojo, he could teleport. He could actually just take both of them over to the... He would actually have just been able to take both of them to the temple site, to the school, beat the shit out of Geto, and then go back real quick after he's done. Actual Gojo would have handled that situation much better. Yeah, apparently in the original JJK, which is what JJK 0 is, Rika was supposed to be stronger than Gojo. But obviously now we know that's not the case. But yeah, back then, fully manifested Rika was supposed to be narratively stronger than Gojo. That's why she's called Karika. This stream has not had a lot of actual Minecraft gameplay. It's been a lot of talking about anime. How long have I been going? An hour 30. Why don't we go for like 30 more minutes and then I'll take a coffee break. Or maybe it would be good to go now and let the anime discussion settle down so I can just play Minecraft when we get back. Why is Yuta special? Yeah, he's a bum. No, Yuta sucks. Here's the thing about Yuta. When people call Yuta a bum, I don't think that they mean like in terms of his fighting strength, because he's undeniably an incredibly strong sorcerer. I think that they mean in terms of writing. He's annoying. Yuta is you might be the worst JJK character. The only people who like Yuta like to self-insert onto him like Gege does. There is an armor stand mod. That's cool. My funky ass cobblestone generator. Oh, I'm gonna have to repair this. see. I think if I just put this here. Yeah, there we go. Now we're back in business. Are we? Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, the only people who like Yuta are either just liking Yuta because it's the popular thing to not like him, or they're liking Yuta because they like to self-insert into him. And I mean, you know, that makes sense. I mean, he's like a really strong, generic black guy, Asian guy with black hair that gets a hot girlfriend at the end of the story and then marries her and has a bunch of kids. And those kids are like the strongest sorcerers of the next generation. You know, it makes sense to self-insert onto that. JJK0 Gojo would have actually had problems taking down fully manifested Rika. But based on what we know about him now, that would absolutely not be an issue. He is top 1. He should have beat Sukuna. I'll be so for real. Narratively, he couldn't have. But in terms of feats, I will always stand by the fact that Gojo should have won that fight in terms of what we actually see them do and what we know they're capable of. Ask any Sukuna Glazer why Gojo didn't use 6 Eyes to dodge World Cutting Slash. The answer is because Gege said so. Gege couldn't have his Pookie Bear Sukuna get beaten by Gojo. Six Eyes lets Gojo see cursed energy at a molecular level, and you're telling me he didn't dodge World Cutting Slash? Like, what's the deal there, Gojo? Sukuna's Kaisen started soon after Gojo's defeat. True, true. The Binding Vow stuff. But Gojo still, even if it was fast, Gojo still absolutely should have realized that there was something going on, and then he should have dodged. There's no reason other than for the narrative that Gojo lost that fight. And I totally get it, because narratively Gojo, you know, as an author, Gege has to do what he has to do, and also he favors Sukuna more. But narratively, Gojo should have won. The fuck-ass vow, yeah. They could have made sense if they gave Sukuna a way heavier cost for binding vows. Yeah, the thing is that World Cutting Slash still serves him pretty well in the Jujutsu Society fight. Even with the binding vow. I would even say that, like, the binding vow doesn't actually hurt him all that much, even though we see it in action a few times. Gojo deserved to win that fight, and the only reason he didn't is because narratively Gege had to have Sukuna win. What if I just fill this entire little lake here with kelp? It does lead into a cave, so I can't do the entire area, but, like, you know, there's still a lot of space in here. Okay, I gotta go back up. Can never use World Cutting Slash again in order to make it completely invisible. Yeah. That would have been fine. Oh, did you guys see that Subnautica 2 is in early access now? That's exciting. I kind of want to buy it, but I don't currently have the funds, unfortunately. But I loved Subnautica 1 so much. I never played Below Zero, though. So maybe that's something that I should look into. Oh shit, that was not the item I wanted to throw. Come on. I saw a really funny meme about the Higuruma moment. It was like Sukuna holding up a rock and he was like, "No, Judge Man, please don't take my cursed tool, I need it." And it was just like, there was a caption pointing at the rock and it was like, "Random rock that Sukuna infused with this cursed energy." That shit's hilarious. I think that the memes surrounding the Sukuna fight are very funny, actually. I'm gonna run out of that soon. Yeah, the memes and the slander. JJK did something insane to power scaling discussions. Like, JJK to power scaling discussions is like Gojo to the rest of Jujutsu Society. It pushed power scalers to slander and glaze harder than they ever have before. Like, JJK really changed the slander communities as a whole. The memes surrounding that fight are awesome, actually. I high-key don't think that Megumi deserves all the slander that he gets. But I do think it's very funny. The function of Gojo's infinity is not hard to understand, but the workings behind it are difficult. You're the first few letters of it. Incorrect. That's wrong. That's incorrect. He got censored, sadly. Dang. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is get... Oh, you know what? My armor is probably ready to trade again. Let me get some more... I probably have enough iron. Potential Man really changed Slander Society. Okay, that should level him up. Cool. So we've got Protection 2 and Projectile Protection. I will grab one of these. I won't use it yet, but I will grab one of these. And then after that, we probably need to get more emeralds, so... Let me get some more iron so I can trade with all my people who trade for iron. Megumi got screwed over by Gege himself. Megumi was a cool character in like his Reggie fight. I really think that if Megumi got a few more fights, he would have been insane narratively. Is he? Oh yeah, here we go. Perfect. Projectile protection. A lot of projectile protection, dude. Gonna have to disenchant a few of those. You take iron as well. Yeah, good. Nice. Gonna have to do a few of these. Okay. Look at me, I was raised by the strongest guy around and the head of the richest Jujutsu clan around. He also likes Megumi. I like Megumi. I actually really do like Megumi, and I wish that the plot didn't screw him over so much. I think that when you look at Megumi as a representation of depression, it's really cool. Like, I think Megumi is like genuinely a cool character when you look at him in that way. So I'm gonna get rid of projectile protection on the helmet. I'll keep it on the leggings for now. I'm not quite leveled to do a full enchantment though, so I'll wait. The leggings in here. Let's go grind levels a little. I genuinely think that the Megami slander, a lot of it is undeserved and a matter of the memes surrounding him. A lot of people like to count the times that he summoned, attempted to summon Maharaga as like slander, but I low-key think that that slander is unwarranted. If the times that he attempted to summon Maharaga were all completely warranted, I would argue. And a lot of people will point to like the Toto fight and be like, look, he tried to summon Maharaga against Toto, but he didn't. That was the hand sign for Max Elephant, actually. Yeah, no, all the stuff with Megumi taking Infinite Void was stupid. Not only for the fact that it was just to give Sukuna a fighting chance, but also for the fact that Megumi, there was no repercussions afterwards. So like whatever. Haruta was completely warranted, actually. He's about to die. Straight up. Like Megumi is about, put yourself in his situation. You're about to die to some guy who third-partied you. And like, he's standing there and he's gloating. He's like, man, I'm so good at fighting. You got your ass beat, dude. Like, you know, there's a little stinking snot-nosed brat who's gloating about how he snuck you and third-partied you after you just fought Toji Fushiguro. And he's gloating about it. And he's like, dude, you're gonna die. I just beat you. You're gonna die anyways. You're telling me that you wouldn't summon the fuck-ass giant demon against that guy for fun? Like... I think that that's actually hilarious. When you get too weak, you can't summon more shadows. Like, I think it was in the first season that he was like, once he gets too weak, he can't summon his tamed shadows. He's already gonna die. He's like in the process of bleeding out. He's too weak to summon his tamed shadows. He can't fight back reasonably. All that he can do, right? Hear me out. Is summon the giant fuck you, I'm gonna kill you too. Look, you're dying, you're gonna lose the fight anyways against an annoying brat who's bragging about how he definitely legitimately beat you. You don't think he needed to summon Maharaga? But what are the other, like, he does he have Untamed Shadows? He has Round Deer. Round Deer is untamed. We never see him use the Ox, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's untamed. Million things could have happened to the Ox. Tiger would have probably been a good summon. But as far as like, look, ultimately Maharaga was just a middle finger to Haruta. Look, you guys aren't thinking about this. Haruta is a toxic player in Fortnite who found Megumi after he just won a fight and then started to teabag him after he knocked him down. If I'm gonna lose in Fortnite anyways, but I have a bomb in my backpack that'll take out both of us, I'm gonna use that. Like, that's awesome. I actually think that Megumi's Maharaga summon against Haruta was very funny and warranted. You guys aren't seeing the big picture. You guys aren't seeing, if he's gonna commit suicide to try to take Haruta out with him, why would he not summon the biggest, scariest one just to give him like a middle finger? Like, that's hilarious. Megumi might not be a true bomb. Like, do you see what I'm saying? I think it's funny. I think that the thing that he did was actually very funny. That's my TED talk on why I think Megumi is not actually a bum, except for after Sukuna screwed with him. Are the zombies like getting? Oh no, it's just nighttime. I gotta add like a door or something. Cause like clearly zombies like to spawn around. They censored you. I gotta like race over to the bed whenever I want to sleep in this one. Yeah, what are the 9 summons? There's 2 dogs. There's the frog. There's the ox. There's the deer. Maharaga. There's the snake. There's the tiger. There's the bunnies. Am I missing one? Oh, and Max Elephant. No, that's 10. That's 10 of them. I don't know the order. But there's 10 shadows. Count them out with me. There's the 2 demon dogs. That's 2. There's the bunny. There's ox. There's the frog. Max Elephant. Tiger Funeral. Orochi the Snake. Maharaga. And who am I missing? I'm missing one. But there's 10. We never saw the tiger. Technically, Sukuna summoned the tiger, but mixed it into Agito as a totality. So kind of we saw the tiger. In a way. I actually have enough to go level myself up. I think that when people call Megumi a bum, they should be calling Gege's writing a bum, because ultimately Megumi narratively just served as a way to buff Sukuna in the fight, and that's it. He turned Megumi into a buff item for his Pookie Wookie Sukuna, and I think that that's lame. I kind of like that enchantment, actually. I know fire protection is kind of controversial, but I like respiration a lot. Dogs, the 2 dogs. Oh yeah, the bird, that's right. Dog, bird, snake, bunny, elephant, frog, tiger, deer, ox. And there's 2 dogs. So yeah, that's 10 shadows. I think it might be time for me to go on a break soon. Yeah, it might. Are the 2 dogs 1? I can't remember if the two dogs count for 1 or 2 shadows. Let's look this up. Wait. 10 shadows. Who are the 10 shadows? Divine dogs, Nue, toad, serpent, elephant, rabbit, deer, ox, tiger funeral, Maharaga. That's 10 actually. Apparently the dogs do count for 1. Let's count. Wait. One more time. I'm gonna count it out. Maharaga on my fingers. I'm gonna count it out. Maharaga, tiger funeral, piercing ox, round deer, rabbit escape, max elephant, great serpent, toad, Nue, and divine dogs. Yeah, that's 10. So we have all 10 shadows actually. Even the dogs count as 1, but we still have all 10 shadows. And Kurt's that 11. John Rabbit. They're supposed to be like yin and yang. That's a package deal, right? But yeah, do you guys see my point that Megumi's Haruta summon wasn't a bum move? That was actually a very funny move. He was like, Megumi was already on death's door and couldn't summon any more of his shadows. So his options are to either die bleeding out while Haruta gloats, or to summon an untamed shadow and kill both of them. Right? And of his options, I think Mahoraga is the funniest. And also, shit. There's a chance that none of his other summons would actually do it, considering Haruta's technique. Mahoraga was ultimately the best summon to use against Haruta. What if Yuji got caught in it? Well, Yuji wasn't there at the time. And also, Megumi has to like choose to get someone into the ritual, right? Doesn't he have to choose someone? What are you gonna do in the afterlife? See 11, go my bad. He has to choose someone to like mix the ritual, right? Hold on. Summon ritual, summon ritual. Let's see. Grievously injured and with no other choice after being surprise attacked by Haruta, Megumi chose to summon Mahoraga. Not a single Ten Shadows user had ever been able to exercise it. While they cannot use the Shikigami unless it is defeated, they can still summon it at any time to attempt to exercise it. Exercising one with multiple people voids the ritual. This would be pointless, but in this situation, Megumi uses Mahoraga to drag his opponent into the ritual. So I'm guessing it's like a domain, sort of like anyone in the area is like brought into the ritual, right? Just to tame things himself, right? So yeah, other people can go in. Well, look. Well, there was like, I think it was fair of Megumi, after stalling for so long and no one else came, I think it was fair of him to summon Mahoraga. You're right. You're right that there's like no barrier or anything. But like I said, I think it's funny. I just think his decision was funny and awesome. He met a toxic player that was gloating about third-partying him, and he had a nuclear bomb in his bag that he could use while he was downed. Maho could have went wherever. Surely after everyone participating in the ritual is dead, the ritual ends, right? Otherwise there would be like 30 Mahoragas wandering around with no one to kill them. Like, surely after everyone involved in the ritual is dead, the ritual ends. Why would the ritual not end if everyone involved dies? Only if the person dies / the thing is exercised. Yeah, and Megumi died, Haruto was gonna die shortly after, and then the ritual would have ended and Mahoraga would have gone away. But then Sukuna caught up and continued the ritual by keeping Haruta alive. Actually, there's some implication that Sukuna needed to save Haruta to keep Megumi alive. Like, I think there's an implication that only people who are involved in the ritual at first are actually involved. Because when Sukuna saves Haruta, he says that so it was a good thing that I saved this brat. And I think that the implication there is that Sukuna wasn't technically a part of the ritual, right? No, Mahoraga didn't leave Megumi alive. Megumi was kept alive as a part of the ritual. He was kept in a suspended state of death as a part of the ritual, is what Sukuna said. And then Sukuna used RCT so he would stay alive after the ritual was over. The ritual kept Megumi alive. The ritual itself kept Megumi alive because he needed to be for the ritual to complete. Protection 4. Damn. I can't mix those, right? If I do protection 4 first, that... Oh, good. That's better. That's better. Is protection 4 the best one? I just need mending for this one now. And then our helmet is complete. Which means actually I'll need a lot of emeralds. Anyways, I think I might go on break now, actually, to let the anime discussions die down, because it is admittedly kind of hard to focus while there's anime discussions going on in the chat. Once I get back, I'll harvest these trees to trade to the villagers, and then, well, we'll just keep going with our progress to get a full set of diamond armor from the villagers. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break to drink some coffee. How's my tea doing? I'm almost done, actually. Let me finish this. Okay. So, I'm gonna go take a quick break. Probably like 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to grab some coffee and refill my tea. And when I come back, we'll keep playing more Minecraft, probably for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Probably an hour, actually. And then I'll be right back. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Need to change the title of this stream to anime debate stream. Yeah, kind of, right? Yeah, I'll be right back. Hello, my fellow gooners. I'm back. We're here with some more Minecraft. I found a new trick, you guys. I decided to set it so that when the when this part of the stream opens, chat automatically refreshes. Kind of smart. Hi Zo, break was good. You didn't even call me a good girl. This is a scam. Like when you pretend to throw the ball. Type shit. Okay. Tree harvesting. I can't run anymore. Oh, this tree sells so much. Good. Ow. Starving to death. No more anime talk. Okay. Yeah, it's more so just that I'm far too invested in that kind of talk, and then it distracts me from playing Minecraft. Okay, I'm pretty sure there might be a piece of wood in there. I'm not entirely sure. Well, it's going away. It's probably fine. I'll stick around to monitor it for a little bit. Silly dog. Anime talk isn't banned per se, it's really hard for me to focus while there's anime talk going on because I'm invested. For a while there, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wasn't really playing Minecraft per se. I was just kind of running around. Can't tell if it's going away. I kind of just want to like double check. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the spider farm for a little bit. If you guys would like to consider donating to the Super Chat Fund or joining the membership, if you'd like to directly support me, my Ko-fi is open for donations too in the description. For every donation or member, I'll bark if you want me to. So that's an offer. Okay. My spider farm is weird as hell. I gotta fix this up to make it a little easier to navigate. Is it possible to give a shield mending and unbreaking? Because that might be kind of handy. Okay. There we go. It is possible. You need to get first organically. You do. The algorithm for it seems to have a bias for you, so. For every donation, you say Bleach is the best anime. I mean, Bleach is cool. I think out of the big three, though, I don't know. Early One Piece is probably the best one. But that being said, I've never read Naruto, actually. So, who knows? Oh, Aru took back number one. It's cold in my room. I'm gonna put on my Bridget jacket. I keep my jacket on my chair in case I get cold. It's good for my room to be cold though, while I'm streaming. The only diamond tool that I need is a shovel, which should be pretty easy to make, I think. Thank you. Your room will forever be hot because of your PC. Yeah, most of the time my room is pretty hot because of my PC, but today it's actually pretty chilly, which is nice. Especially because it's hot outside. Like, it's starting to get a lot hotter outside. Yeah, this spider farm is definitely not quite as... Definitely not quite as good as the zombie farm. I think there are issues with the spiders climbing up the walls, it looks like. But I don't know how to fix that. Other than maybe like... I don't know. The spider farm, it works fine. But definitely my zombie farm is a lot more efficient. What's causing your PC to heat up? It's not... Minecraft usually isn't like terrible for my PC's performance. But I would say usually Guilty Gear and Final Fantasy XIV are the worst offenders of the games that I stream. And it's when they run with OBS streaming. OBS doesn't take up too many resources, but it does take up enough to kind of push it. That and like when I play or stream VR chat, it goes, my PC fans go crazy. Okay, we're almost out of cookies. So soon we'll be able to swap to another food source. I'm trying to get the farmer villager to a point where he can trade for what's it called? Golden carrots is what I want to trade for. The baby zombie. I'm faster though. OBS plus VC face made you lag in a game? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Alright. How's this doing down here? Still hasn't gone through that much of the kelp, actually. Plenty of dried kelp blocks, though. Hopefully soon we'll have a full stack of those. So... now, let's go do some villager trading. Considering you have some of the best PC parts, it's a bit underwhelming. Yeah, I imagine. I have like a decent enough PC and actually a quite good processor. But VR chat still lags like hell a lot of the time. Simply because, well, first of all, because VR chat is just not very optimized since it's all player made content. But second of all, because, where's my armor? Second of all, because it's simply, oh, here he is. Apparently there's like a particular kind of processor that's best for VR chat, which makes things difficult. And did I? Okay. So we do have 2 Fletchers now, actually. So we should be able to hopefully trade most of our wood away. Here's one. Okay. Trade up until he's out. I think I have like a 3080 in my PC, which like by today's standards that's not like amazing or anything, but back when I got it it was like pretty good. And it still is like, you know, I can run most games without any issues, especially on like not maxed out graphics. But like it is still kind of underwhelming to not get max frames on what's it called? VR chat. Okay. Farmer. Almost out of cookies. There we go. Alright, get maxed out. Ah, yes. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing I would need is probably like... what's it called? Whoops. I guess I could start working on getting a nice bow. That might be handy in like the nether and stuff. The 3080 shouldn't DLSS do a lot of heavy... I don't know what that means. Damn, 26 flint for 1 emerald is not very good. Power 1 bow. I don't know. I guess I could if I wanted to. I need another mending book. Technically, actually, I should have enough for 2, I think. So let's get ourselves some leather. And some sugar cane. Might need some more of that soon. Okay. Let's go harvest our sugar cane while we're around here. So now we have pumpkin pies, and then we'll finally be able to eat golden carrots. It's not that hard to make an automatic pumpkin harvester, right? I kind of want to like set up a much larger excuse me. I kind of want to set up like a much larger area for a farm. There's like something stuck in my throat. What was I saying? Yeah, I kind of want to set up just a much larger area for farms, because this area is just not big enough for my needs, I think. But it's kind of like hard to expand in this area. Maybe I could like expand it out to here. That might be good. Alrighty. I do also want to make like an automatic smelting situation with my kelp. Would be nice. Because I sort of have an automatic smelter here with bamboo, but it's not at all efficient enough to smelt anything for a long time. DLSS is basically frame generation. It renders frames at a lower resolution and uses AI to upscale them. That's really interesting. I've never heard of that. That sounds cool, though. Not like my monitor goes above 144 anyways. Do you guys ever use the optimal sugarcane pattern? I can't say I have like particular interest in doing that. But I don't know. I think it's a neat pattern. It's a setting you can turn on for most games. Huh. Okay, sugarcane harvested. You also don't know it? That's so real of you. Okay, where's my mending librarian? You need 2 of them. Do I not have enough? Oh shit. Oh, I do. I can trade paper for emeralds. That's not terrible. If I had more of an excess of sugarcane, I might invest in that. Something happened. Oh, I see what happened. Hold on, I gotta fix something. Okay, we're good. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Maybe now would be a good time to make a sugarcane farm. It's like, it's a pattern that guarantees that every piece of sugarcane is bordered by only one block of water to maximize the ratio of, like, space to sugarcane. It's a weird pattern. I mean, I can, like, demonstrate it. I'd have to take a bit to remember it, though. Let's see. Let's see if we could make, like, an optimized sugarcane farm next to these. Hi, Adam. So, like, damn, I need more sugarcane for demonstration purposes. But I don't want to break the ones that are planted. So, like, you know, this block of water can be bordered by 4 sugarcane total. And then what you do from here is, I believe, like this. And then this block of water can be mirrored by 4 more pieces of sugarcane. And then you just kind of repeat the pattern. Your goal is basically to make, so like you would have another water block like here, and then repeat the pattern. Your goal is to just make it so that each piece of sugarcane is only bordered by 1 block of water to just maximize the space. Life is not daijoubu. I'm sorry to hear that. Let me go grab my sugarcane to actually demonstrate. We can make ourselves a sugarcane farm. What I need to grab actually is some trapdoors to make it a little more nice to walk over. Let's just craft a bunch. We have a bunch of wood. It's best to cover the water with trapdoors so it's easier to harvest. Speaking from personal experience, it's pretty annoying to harvest if it doesn't have trapdoors. I kind of want to wait for it to turn into nighttime, but whatever. I sort of am interested in getting shaders in this world. I think it'd be nice to have shaders. But yeah, good to put a trapdoor on each piece of water. Oh shit. Just so that you can just walk over them when you're harvesting. But each... I missed a spot. Oh shit, what was the pattern? Would it be right here, I think? I believe this is correct. Yeah. It's just a way to fill in space optimally so that, you know, yeah, you get it, Art. Okay. And you know, I think we have our mending books, so could I not get my helmet ready now? Yeah. What should I name it? Puppy ears? I don't know. I want to put my iron helmet somewhere. How do you make an armor stand, seriously? Stick and smooth stone slabs. I have smooth stone. Cool. Nice. Because I want an armor stand for the last pieces of armor that I have to craft. You know? Hello, Simba from Pride Rock. No way. And do we optimize the appearance by changing all blocks to Yunayo? You know, that's a good idea, actually. So... yeah. It's not a pattern you need to memorize, just something to observe. You know? Like, these blocks are done already. So the next water block would be right here. Like, it's kind of a pattern you can figure out just by looking at it. You know? But, like, I can't say... I don't make sugarcane farms that often, so I can't say I memorize the pattern or anything. But, like, you can figure it out just by looking at it. It's a circle of life. I do have a custom Minecraft skin. Well, oh, you mean like specifically of me? Yeah, I don't have one of those yet. I'm just not good at making Minecraft skins, so I don't have one. Let's do 2 more since we have the resources for it. Nice. So now we have an optimal sugarcane farm. So we should hopefully be getting a higher yield of sugarcane starting now. We pay someone to do it. What, harvest my Minecraft items like a stay-at-home housewife? It's kind of funny. Minecraft mod where you can use individual tiny blocks to make your own skin. Oh, that's cool. Yunayo housewife art. No way. That's silly. Okay. We pay someone to make me a skin. How can we pay them? I don't have the money for that. Unless, I don't know, I guess that could be a donation goal, but rent comes first, unfortunately, so. Until we get over that gigantic hurdle, maybe I should decrease how much rent I expect to get from you guys. That might be good. Nice. Yeah, I like having a stack of carrots sitting around. 3 emeralds left. Gamer wife. So yeah, it's like a housewife but stinky. Will 4 billion be enough? 4 billion would be enough to pay rent for a very, very long time. Like, that would be enough to pay for my rent for like a comedically long time. Another 4 billion to Israel. The smell is a bonus to some. I suppose so. Damn, pumpkin pie kind of restores a lot. Yeah, we shouldn't really have any food woes for a while. Your royalty, you can make it happen. God, I mean, if you want to donate $4 billion to my YouTube account, yeah, I will not stop you. If Simba gave me 4 billion, would I stop streaming? I'd quit my job, but I'd continue streaming. This tree farm's not really ready yet. This bridge is so ugly, high key. I gotta find a way to fix it. I was really daring by making a diagonal bridge. Like, that was a decision for sure. Maybe my shovel will be like the one tool that I actually hand make instead of getting from a villager. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends a little on what we can get. My inventory's kind of full. Be in the market for a maid. Look, if I have 4 billion, I'm definitely hiring a maid. For sure. Like... 100% better, but also harder to make. Yeah. I was a fool for attempting Loki. Got some okay stuff, no? Well, I could trade string for emeralds if I need to. If I've got a surplus from the spider farm. Hire a million maids. Yeah, yeah, I could. Could have a maid industry, honestly. Where would the million maids stay? With the housing that I'm gonna buy and then rent out for unfair prices, of course. Where's my... Are you the toolsmith? You're the armorer. Weaponsmith. Do I not have a toolsmith? But you don't sell shovels. Yeah, so I guess I will just make a shovel myself. Don't sneak outside. Okay. How's Universus? Is it still fun? Oh, it is still fun. I'm building new decks, and I think that deck building is actually something that I didn't know was this fun. Like, deck building is a really good time. Guess I'll put my apples in there. Pride lands are off limits. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I had no intentions to enter the Pride lands. Yeah, deck building is awesome. So I need diamonds. Let's craft 2 shovels to start. And then we'll go try to I'm not even max level yet. Whoops. Well, you know what? I'll hold on to all of my enchanting stuff. There's a Ruby deck building game. Oh, was that the Clash of Clans or the Clash Royale copy that they made? That's a pretty interesting one. I need a brewing stand. At some point I gotta go back into the nether and make a brewing stand. Because I need a brewing stand, villager. That was Amity Arena. I like that one. Hold on. I gotta check something. Give me just a sec. I'm good. Man, my armor is messy right now. I'll get it fixed. Yu-Gi-Oh seems pretty fun. I've only played the mobile game of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I kind of want to let the zombies gather for a bit. Yu-Gi-Oh seems pretty fun. Famous last words. Sorry, my phone is buzzing. We're getting like a pretty solid selection of items. You just can't find it fun anymore, and that's fine, I think. Should I terraform the entire mountain behind my base so I can turn it into farmland? Oh shit, it's nighttime. But you know, like that whole space back there. So I can turn it into farmlands. Low-key, this mountain is kind of inconvenient. Make farm steps instead. I do need more farmland because right now all I have is a wheat farm. And there's not really, like, good space around to build it. You know? I didn't manage my space very well. That's my fault. We could make farm steps, but I just don't like maintaining farm steps. Like, I kind of want to just terraform the entire... I forgot that this was here. I kind of want to just terraform, like, the entirety of the mountain. I guess for that, I would need a shovel. So maybe I should wait until I have a diamond shovel to get working on that. Diamond shovel with mending on it. Specifically. That is a lot of digging, yeah. A diamond shovel with unbreaking and mending is kind of the bare minimum of that. Is Silk Touch a good enchantment to have on a general use shovel? Could use TNT, I suppose. It's not. Oh, is it because of all the grass? That way. Because on an axe, it's like, it's good. It's fine to just have that on a general use axe, right? But not on a shovel. Get a bunch of people. I'm in a single player server, in a single player world. I don't want to set up a server. Did you guys hear that they're finally adding just a friends list in the most recent version of Minecraft? So you can just directly join your friends in peer-to-peer. That's awesome. That was a long time coming. 17 years too late. Apparently it's really buggy right now, but I love that it's like a feature. You know? I'm gonna sort this chest while I wait. I've got a lot of EXP grinding to do. I should have like a kind of trash receptacle thing in this area. Look, I mean, look at all the garbage that I'm getting. Bedrock did something right. Yeah. Bedrock has its moments, honestly. The Wither is way cooler, you know? That's a classic one. Bedrock, the one that doesn't have mod support? Yes, that is. It has data pack support, which is a different thing, but people can still make quote-unquote mods for Bedrock. It's just, it's not nearly as popular because it's Bedrock edition, you know? I don't think Motion should swap it. If anything, I think that I kind of like the difference between them, low-key. But that might just be me. I think having a distinct difference between them is actually kind of cool. Okay, we almost have enough to give our shovel an enchantment. It's currently the only version you can play. I mean, that's fair. Bruh. Me and I'm waiting. This farm is my most efficient one for EXP grinding. But maybe it's kind of slow right now, actually. Bedrock Wither is objectively harder, and a lot of Bedrock players are on console. And that's okay. I mean, some console players are just crap. I think it's fun to have that as a challenge for them. Horde 70 mobs, strong on normal. That's awesome. Okay. Let's go do some villager trading. That'll get us a little bit of EXP. This tree line's looking pretty good. Okay, yeah. It's all broken. Okay. Alright. Oh, you have the city texture pack so you can wear sunglasses? That's kind of awesome. Let's see. How's my tree farm doing? Come to think of it, actually, my inventory still has quite a bit of wood and sticks. Let me just go trade some more. But yeah, I do want a brewing stand for the villagers. Happy to have a second Fletcher for sure, but a brewing stand would be really nice for another villager day. The leather cap, oh man. That sucked. At least you have it, I guess. Do you just like play it on the Switch or like do you play it on your phone? Either way is real of you. Okay. 37 emeralds. I'm one short of being able to get another mending book. I'm gonna trade some iron real quick. I don't even have a book on me. I don't know why. I don't need to do that. Gold armor is a hazmat suit. That's cool. I do think that Java is overall superior, but I think it's neat that there are some special things within the version. Like I think that's just cool. Okay. So, our goal will be to eventually get ourselves in a position where we can terraform the entire mountain over there. Do I have... What nether gear do I have? It's not like I'm going to the end anytime soon. Maybe I'll just craft a brewing stand. How do you make that? Cobbled deep slate? Oh wait, no, just cobblestone. I don't have cobblestone on me? Crazy. I try to always keep at least a stack of it. Not at least, but like, you know. It's nice. Okay. So now we have a brewing stand, but we've got to get the villagers breeding. I think what I'll do is I'll get a bunch of... I'll harvest this. I'll just break the whole field. It's close enough. Okay. Plant the carrots first. I almost turned into a bunny again. Good thing I can't eat seeds. That's harvested. Alrighty. I gotta get rid of this thing. My storage system that I tried to fix several times is just such a mess right now. Okay, let's go put up another bed. And then we'll get our village. I was thinking maybe I could make like an underground section for more bed storage. Might be nice. Here you guys go. Have sex. Alright. Cool. So I'll leave them. No, actually I won't, because I gotta put down the brewing stand. And we can put the brewing stand right here. Okay. Nice. So I'll leave them to that. Gotta make sure the area around my house is well lit. Okay. Everything's looking pretty good. How's this going? Almost got a stack of dried kelp blocks, which is nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, this kelp is good for harvest. Sending something to the warehouse? Take a gander when you're able. Okay. It's a little deeper here. Yeah, with respiration, I can breathe so much longer. This is so much nicer, dude. Okay, that should be plenty of kelp. I don't even think I'll be able to pick all of it up. Warehouse in question, a Discord server? Indeed it is, yeah, but it is only accessible to tier 3 members, which is, I believe, a $6 tier. It's just an extra benefit to give to the people who want to do that. But technically, if you really want to be in there, it is kind of a one-time purchase, because you'll get the link just for joining the membership. But yeah, the Discord is a member exclusive perk. I do kind of want to make a creeper farm, but I don't know how. That's something that I might look into figuring out. Okay, yeah. We will not have shortages of kelp, I think. I think soon enough we'll have plenty of dried kelp going around. Yeah. The automatic farm is not very fast at all, but our manual farm harvests like so much at a time, it doesn't really matter. This farm is slow as hell. Works, I guess. Okay, so I want to imprison my copper golems for not obeying my orders and causing me so much frustration. Like, I want to build a prison with an observatory for them, you know? For fun. Level 29. Kind of close at this point. Hello, Dam. What'd I miss? Not too much. We did some trading. We are making our way up to full diamond stuff. So we'll be there soon-ish. We're working on it. Just turning on my inventory right now. I should probably start investing in like a good bow from the villagers. There is a baby. Good. Cost me a lot of bread, so there better be a baby. I really might make like a basement to this whole system. Just so that there's more space for villagers. Like we could make like a multi-tiered system for it too, you know? We would need a lot of carpets so that golems can't spawn, but gives her most loyal followers the privilege of living in a random warehouse she found. Doesn't even own the building. Yeah, you know it. Thoughts collided. I get you. Okay, I'm almost at a point where I can get a shovel enchantment going. So I guess let me chill out in the zombie farm for a little bit. We'll just live here for a while. Whose child is it? See, that's the real question. I really want to make like a system to block this off at night so that mobs can't get in. But I think I have to redesign the staircase in order to make a door. Because then the stairs would have to be recessed in the wall for that to work. Do I wanna do that? Could I make trapdoors up top? But then I'd have to probably open multiple trapdoors. I've never played Minecraft Story Mode now, but it seems interesting. Can zombies spawn with full diamond? Because that sounds very funny. Probably not, though. I assume it's gold, leather, and iron, probably, right? I guess copper. Stars collided that soon exploded to make beautiful art, but with this one, only one star is needed. I don't have a 5-head. How do you do all this computer stuff in mods? It looks complicated. It's kind of complicated, but once you do it once, it's easy to recreate. We'll finally have somewhere to use all of our rotten flesh once that baby villager grows up. Give me a sec. I'm gonna check. I've got to be on the lookout for something for my roommate. So while I'm just sitting here waiting. Minecraft Story Mode was P. Awesome. The Zool no ball. Okay. We're getting there. Slowly. Then, you know, actually, if we can level up the... I don't know what they're called, but the potion person, the potion villager, eventually we'll be able to trade bottles of EXP, which would be nice. Stop jumping. Okay. Maybe we can organize them by quality of, like, by what, yeah, look at that. We are We've got like a full set of copper armor, you guys. Not bad. I'm gonna combine these all for fun. I can do that, right? Yeah, cool. Look at that. Okay. We are almost leveled up now. Let's combine these gold pants. Nice. Is it nighttime outside by chance? I think it's getting there. Not quite. It does sometimes feel like the farm slows down a little. I had an amazing business plan to draw Midna 300 times and sell the art. This whole mine like circles around, right? That's it? Maybe it doesn't. Okay, we're almost through our pumpkin pies, and then we'll be able to live on what is that? Oh, it's the signs. Okay, that's fine. Draw Midnight 300 times, yeah. All those used boots. Are you gonna sell zombie boot sniffing shoes? Okay, cool. Finally leveled up. So now we can go attempt to enchant our shovel. Hopefully not get soak touch, right? Shit. Do I want efficiency 4? Is that the efficiency level where like dirt just gets evaporated? Because I don't like that level actually. Yeah, no, I love Midna. I actually streamed all of Twilight Princess not too long ago. Is this... God, I hate this one. I hate this one. I really don't like this one. Efficiency 4 shovel might be my least favorite. I would rather have efficiency 2, low-key. I'm gonna disenchant this one. Efficiency 2 would be nice. Maybe in that case I should go for like... Shit. That's not helpful at all. Alright. Well, whatever. Midna is pretty doggers. Yeah, exactly. She's awesome. Let's see. Any more zombies down here? Oh, yeah. Cool. Use zombie boots. Let's go see if maybe the villagers is ready to trade for rotten flesh. No, he's still a baby. Damn. Why are they all in the stairs, dude? Automatic zombie virus? Yeah, kind of. Okay, well, I guess I'll just hold on to this rotten flesh then. Ooh, we got a leather chest plate. Let's go. Yeah, I've streamed Fear and Hunger before. Twilight Princess was a while ago. At this point, like relatively. But I have streamed Fear and Hunger in the past, specifically Fear and Hunger 2. No, I did one once or twice. We could maybe do more Fear and Hunger. That stream didn't do too bad. It's just Fear and Hunger's kind of exhausting to play, low-key. You're dying to watch gameplay? Okay, maybe we can do more Fear and Hunger then. Okay. I do kind of want to... I have played Danganronpa 1, and I played a little bit of 2, but that's it. Hi, DC40. Nah. Okay. What's the worst game I've ever played? I don't know. I can't really think of any games that like I distinctly didn't like to the point of like not having fun. Like, there's no particular game where I'm like distinctly like, oh yeah, I hated that game. I hope I never play it again, kind of thing. Oh, yeah, you're right. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. How do you remember that, but I didn't? Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Specifically the third one. 1 and 2 are awesome. 3 is garbage. Metal Gear Rising is fine. I wouldn't say Metal Gear Rising is a bad game. I just personally didn't like it that much. The baby zombie with gold armor. Oh, he dropped his chest plate. No, he dropped a potato. That's what he dropped. Okay, well maybe we'll put the rotten flesh back for now. And we'll make a third row for it. Okay. So like, I guess I could get to trading a good bow. What is power the one that does more damage, or is power the one that gives knockback? No, that's punch that gives knockback, right? I kind of want a crossbow. I usually do bow. Like, I almost always do a bow. But I kind of want to do a crossbow this time. What enchants does crossbow has? It has piercing. It has... There's piercing. There's multi-shot, which I don't think is that useful. Is that it? Piercing and multi-shot is what you have to choose between, right? Quick draw. Right. Old model jump scare. Power is the one with blood manipulation. You might be right. You might be right about that. Hmm. Where's that noise? Oh shit. How'd you end up in there? Well, you're kind of stuck until you despawn. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Chainsaw Man is awesome if you ignore part 2. It's such a shame how part 2 turned out. It really is. Don't sneak out. Okay. Themes and such. Yeah, themes and such. Didn't really watch part 2 because it's kind of a bummer. I mean, that's fine. From what I hear, part 2 is just not that good. It's a shame how part 1 turned out. Are you just being a contrarian for fun? Some wood up there. Can't reach it. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, now I think we're good. Nope. Okay, we're probably good now. Okay. Love to have a debate with you about some anime. Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, I don't really watch anime that much. Like, you might be disappointed with the amount of times that I would be like, yeah, I haven't watched that one. Alright, that's fine. You find Chainsaw Man mid? I don't... Nah, I won't say anything. I gotta light this area up. A lot of mobs like to spawn in this area at night. Themes and such. No, they're all asleep. Oh. Sick. Alright, cool. That's what I was looking for. I'm gonna do my trades while they're sleeping. Where's the Fletcher? Wake up. Okay, wake up. You think Goblin Slayer is better? Goblin Slayer is fine. Like, it's hype moments and aura, but like, as far as like the quality of its show, it's really not that good. I would even go as far as to say that, like, as a show, Goblin Slayer is kind of derivative and mid. Like, it got carried a lot in its early days by the shock value of everything that was in it. But I think it kind of struggles to make an identity for itself otherwise. When you ignore the shock value, Goblin Slayer doesn't have that much going for it. There's a zombie outside. Okay, my inventory is full. Hi, Kintity. What are some of my favorite anime? Gurren Lagann is number one. I actually don't agree with the notion that Goblin Slayer is broken. He's kind of just a dude with a little bit of trauma, low-key. My inventory's so full. Oh my god. I gotta do some organizing. This is a mess. Put away some wood. Fullmetal Alchemist is also really good. I think the manga is better, but Fullmetal Alchemist is really, really good. He'd be incapable of functioning if he couldn't slay goblins. But how does that affect him in the story? Like, does that actually have any effect on him? I can say that a character's flaws are that he's too kind, but does that have any... It's not a flaw if it doesn't affect that character at all. Like, in what way does that, like, negatively affect that character as they go about their lives? Like, in the story, I'm not meaning, like, hypothetically for a slice of life that we don't actually see, because we don't see that. How does that affect him? It's not really trauma if it doesn't actually do something to him throughout the story. So many emeralds. Let's get another mending book to clear some of them out. I just always recommend Gurren Lagann if you haven't seen it. It is peak. It is like a 10 out of 10 anime. Garlic Jr. merchandise? Yeah, I suppose. Alright, bye Adam. Your nemesis when it comes to anime. But like, can you answer the question about it though? Like, how does that affect it? It's not a trauma. It's not a character flaw if it doesn't actually do something negative to impact them in the story. It's just like it's LARPing as trauma. Like when like someone makes like an OC, like the joke like OC do not steal, and they make their character flaw that they're too kind to others. Like that's not a character flaw. It doesn't negatively affect them in any way. To be fair though, too kind to others can totally be a character flaw. It's just the people who usually write that as a flaw don't actually make it a flaw. Yuji's flaw that he's too nice to be a sorcerer is actually a flaw because it does negatively impact him as a sorcerer. Especially when he has like Satan in his back pocket You know, like, that's a genuine character flaw. That does actually, for real, negatively impact him. I don't know, that's not what I'm doing. I'm critiquing Goblin Slayer as a character. You still, can either of you still trade? Yeah, you can still trade. Gotta get rid of all the wood in my inventory. I'll keep one stack on me. Oh, we leveled up to 30 for that. Nice. Alright. Where's you? I gotta come back with more, with some rotten flesh to trade. Do I read books often? Not really, I'm illiterate. That's not true, but I'm not good at reading. So, not often. Small penny in the lifespan of a star. Big 30. Oh yeah, big 30 for like the super chuckle. Yeah, I appreciate that for you guys, by the way. From you guys, not for you guys. Let's see. Efficiency 3. Oh, I want efficiency 2. That's what I want. That's it, though. I do want unbreaking 3. That's fine. I don't watch movies. I mostly just don't have the time, it feels like, to sit down and watch a movie unless it's for a special occasion. So I don't frequently watch movies. Where is... What is he called? The potion dude? Where is he? Oh, here he is. Cleric, that's what they're called. I have a whole lot of emeralds right now. You ever reached the goal of the month before? I've only done this for 2 months now, and so far, no. This is the second month, so I've only had one other chance to do it. He doesn't know how to function as a normal person, while the priestess doesn't know how to function as an adventurer. The story is about them helping each other. That's nice. I mean, that's a pretty good way to adapt it. It's still, like, not a character flaw, but I can see how it would be, like, appealing to you. I didn't know you could trade for lapis and redstone. Wait, this solves so many problems for me. Actually, give me a stack of this. I do kind of want a crossbow. Oh, this guy's almost ready to trade for a crossbow, I think. No, I haven't only streamed for 2 months, but I've only done this monthly donation goal for 2 months. Getting any donation is a big deal. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really expect this donation goal to get filled up, but it helps me to cover it, you know, which I appreciate. We have so many emeralds. Okay, now we can finally swap to golden carrots, which is cool. We could trade for some chest plates too, since we have so many emeralds. The light novel adds more details. You should read that over the anime. Okay, that's interesting. Not the armorer. Where's the armorer? You, come here. Go for the chest plate next. I'll trade for 2 of them. I don't really want projectile protection. I think that the specialized protections are all kind of not good, right? So I'll disenchant both of these, actually. I could have done that back at the trade house. Oh well. We're almost leveled up. We're so close. Are you sure there's not any left over? Damn, Okay, that's fine. We're really close. Wolfurry seems cute. They changed how specialized protections work, but is that in this update in 1.21? You're in the negatives in terms of reading. Nice. Okay. Dub anime is getting better. The Chainsaw Man dub is very good. The JJK dub is okay in places. But it's still behind subbed anime, I would say. Simply because as a matter of like voice acting like that is hard, you know? Okay. You know what? Efficiency 2 Unbreaking 3 Shovel with mending sounds fine. Sick. Alright, our shovel is done. We have like a full set of pretty solid diamond tools now. Good. Alright, I think now's a good time to call this stream. We will soon have a diamond chest plate to wear, which will be nice. I'm gonna probably head out right about now. But I had fun today. This was a fun Minecraft stream. Next stream might be tomorrow. I'm not really sure. Whenever I do stream next, it'll be either TF2 or I don't. Actually, it could be anything really, except for Minecraft. Oh no, you're fine, Adam. The red circle in my thumbnail is diabolical. Isn't it funny? When's the next stream? Either tomorrow or... I would say tomorrow or sometime next week if I don't do it tomorrow. But I'll try to do it tomorrow. I'm gonna head out. Could be on a stream barbecue. If I do something more niche, it would probably be Fear and Hunger at this point. I'm gonna head out, but I do hope that you all enjoyed watching. I hope you look forward to next stream. Yeah, it is ending G3. I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye. Sayonara. See you guys.